Welcome to the Drift and Ramble podcast. I'm Steve Blizzin. I'm just not feeling it today. You know what I feel like doing? I feel like bumming around. That's the kind of day I feel like having. It's just, taking a day off. This show is hard. I work hard on this show, and I deserve a day off.
Well, I heard about a man from Tennessee. He got a one-way ticket to Vegas to live a dream. With the roll of the dice, he sacrificed every bit of sanity. Well, I saw the lights of Vegas sweep him clean. And he said, oh Lord, I'm taking my pain. Oh Lord, I got nowhere to stay. Oh Lord, just a bumming around today. Well, I heard about a man in Arkansas. Well, he told me he was looking for a job. He tried everything he could, and he did what they said he should. But I saw Arkansas take it all. And he said, oh Lord, you're taking my pain. Oh Lord, I got nowhere to stay. Oh Lord, just a bumming around today. Well, I saw a gal standing in some town. She was holding up a sign for downtown, looking for some work. She just needs a little perk. Well, I saw society just to let her be. She said, oh Lord, you're taking my pain. Oh Lord, I got nowhere to stay. Oh Lord, just a bumming around today. Whoa, hey! Across this land, I try to see the beauty the best I can. Well, I look to the east and I look to the west, but every chain has raped your land the best they can. And we sing, oh Lord, taking my pain. Oh Lord, I got nowhere to stay. Oh Lord, just a bumming around today. I said, oh Lord, taking my pain. Oh Lord, I got nowhere to stay. Oh Lord, just a bumming around today. Come on now, sing it with me. Oh Lord, taking my pain. Oh Lord, I got nowhere to stay. Oh Lord, just a bumming around today. Come on now, let me hear it sing it. Oh Lord, taking my pain. Oh Lord, I got nowhere to stay. Oh Lord, just a bumming around today. I said, oh Lord, taking my pain. Oh Lord, I got nowhere to stay. Oh Lord, just a bumming around today. Come on now. Oh Lord, taking my pain. Oh Lord, I got nowhere to stay. Oh Lord, just a bumming around today.
I left Bernardino with a 44 in my hand on an old plank highway across the burning sand. I met with justice and I robbed her blind. I'm not a good man, but I'm hard to find. Way out in the desert in a snakeskin tent where it looks like God forgot to pay the rent, but it suits me finer than anywhere else I go. On the corduroy road, for supper I catch fried fish in a lake of dust. Then I'll hit the mining town that went from boom to bust, where nooses and bullet holes pave the streets. There's ghost town ladies underneath the sheets. This last chance tavern gets so damn hot, you can drink your beer or watch it turn into a shot and toast the old prospector who blew his mother load on the corduroy road. I met a Dust Bowl beauty at the rain dance Friday night. She broke my heart just to drink the tears I cried. But I'm glad I'm living where the pickings lean, with a sack of silver and a full canteen. And when I die, don't you bury me, just park my carcass in a cactus tree and leave my jerky to the pack rat and horny toad on the corduroy road.
If your fingertips are sore, even when you haven't been playing your banjo, if your skin is clammy and your ears hurt when you dance, if you suffer from mental fatigue, undue stress, or ingrown toenails, I've got what you need, people, now's your chance. Swamp root liver cure. You need swamp root liver cure. I said swamp root liver cure. You need swamp root liver cure. If your blood will not coagulate or coagulates too easily, if your urine is dusty, if your saliva's blue, if your mind can't align from the world, so you don't know shh from shinola, don't worry about nothing, I got just a thing for you. Swamp root liver cure. You need swamp root liver cure. Swamp root liver cure. You need swamp root liver cure. Cha. If your veins and vessels don't run right, if your eyeballs itch and swell, if your ligaments move your bones in unpredictable ways, if your thyroid gland goes missing, if your pancreas is hit by a train, this'll clear those problems up in a couple of days. I mean swamp root liver cure. You need swamp root liver cure. Swamp root liver cure. You need swamp root liver cure. If your nervous system is down and your spinal cord is diminished, if your esophagus ain't got a snowball's chance in hell, if your brain is lost in space, if your thigh bone's connected to your wrist bone, just a couple of bottles, friend, is gonna make you well. Well, swamp root liver cure. You need swamp root liver cure. I say swamp root liver cure. You need swamp root liver cure. I say swamp root liver cure. You need swamp root liver cure. Swamp root liver cure. You need swamp root liver cure. Swamp root liver cure.
So in that first set, we started things off with Cletus Got Shot and Bumming Around. And that was followed by Art Duvall with On the Corduroy Road. And then we finished things up with Sam Bennett and Swamp Root Liver Cure. So today's show is kind of a departure from the usual drift and ramble, and we're doing things a little bit differently today because doing a podcast is hard. There's a lot of time invested in creating an episode of Drift and Ramble podcast. And just for those of you who may not really care to know those details, too bad. I'm going to tell you anyway. There's hours and hours of research that goes into this. When I look at a topic, I want to make sure that I'm getting a well-rounded look at the information. So when you combine the 6-to-1 ratio for audio production, the additional hours that it takes to add all the mix of sound effects and music and finding the right music, finding the right sound effects, it's a significant amount of time being invested into this. So it's a full-time job. There, have I made you feel guilty yet? So you guys are getting this for free. I've been asking for you to support me on Patreon. Nobody's done it, but that's okay. I mean, I'm doing this as a work of passion, sacrifice, torture. I've put my soul into this for you people, and you've done nothing for me. I don't know, sometimes it just feels like no matter how hard I work on this show, it's just a steaming junk pile.
Way on down a dirt road, in a beat-up, run-down rat hole, she sits there breathing smoke of green and blue. Her speech is rare and random, her eyes don't move in tandem, looking everywhere and straight at you. Don't look now, she's coming, waving as she's running. What is that she's holding in her hand? She wants to feed the babies, could be she has rabies, trying to sell me something in a can. Burn, 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 oh junk pile, burn. Burn, burn, junk pile, burn. Mattresses of fire, a sippy cup, a tire, things you'd figure burning would be wrong. Batteries are blazing, the colors are amazing, the game of life, a Lego Stretch Armstrong. Burn, oh junk pile, burn. Burn, junk pile, burn. Burn, oh junk pile, burn. Burn, junk pile, burn.
Don't wanna hassle you, know you are busy. Have little time for the mundane and petty. But I left a blue and grey scarf at your place. I was hoping it might be returned by your grace. Don't wanna call while I feel you would rather I didn't. All of the things that in some other world I might have pursued for your sake I abjure. I still really like that scarf back though. Ooh, à la recherche de l'écharpe perdue. Ooh, à la recherche de l'écharpe perdue. Sent you these verses by SMS message, a medium we're still defining by usage, reflecting that if you had not thought before I'm a weirdo, you'd be thinking that now. Oh, have the damn scarf my ex gave it to. I am not over her yet, though I should be. I'll meet somebody who'll make me forget about old blue-grey scarves and the love therein trapped. Ooh, à la recherche de l'écharpe perdue. Ooh, à la recherche de l'écharpe perdue. recherche de la chambre perdue. À la recherche de la chambre perdue.
Might have traded death for some company, might have faked some life for some feeling in the flesh. I was losing fame in a town they claimed was once a swinging gateway to the west. In the hottest room on the highest floor, the only place I could still afford the rent. I said goodnight to a lucky strike and struck out for the heaven in my head. The morning broke, then shattered, man, I was up against my will. Still confused, my eyes produced a silent film. I was a sticky mess of a sickly man when I crawled out of the bed and down the hall. I stopped and leered in every mirror. I swear I seen my future in my fall. So I bathed, shaved, and even prayed, lied in wait for new cover to come. Cause I heard somebody somewhere say, forgotten love can be gotten for a song. Pulled a black hat from the closet and some 20s from the till. It barely took a minute and very little skill to find and cast an actress for my silent film. It didn't seem perverse till I seen her purse slung over my great-grandma's gramophone. It was not a sense of sentiment, but the shame of having nothing of my own. You'd have thought I'd think of a thing to say, but I'd rarely been expected to expound. A shadow caged on the fire escape. She took a phone call but never made a sound. The air was more like water. Her skin was an oil spill. We fell asleep to the flickering of our silent film.
Lonely spire crawling on the floor, lonely spider, longing for love once more. Oh, is he lost forever? Oh, can he still endeavor? Oh, will he find his treasure? Will he die alone? Forward, backward, no direction bound. Where is home? What is where his love was drowned? Oh, is he lost forever? Oh, can he still endeavor? Oh, will he find his treasure? Will he die alone? See him dangling on a web of lies, reeling, writhing for the tooth in his eyes. Oh, is he lost forever? Oh, can he still endeavor? Oh, will he find his treasure? Or will he die alone?
What could be a good radio name for me? I need a good radio name. You're going to say something perverse, aren't you?
Rusty Stirrups.
Rusty Stirrups. And I'm
I'm Rusty Trough. I'm Rusty
Saddle.
Rusty Star.
I'm Rusty Star, your host for the Drift and Ramble podcast radio show. I'm your host. See how I changed my voice to make it sound like I'm one of them Western-timey radio station DJs where I could just say things like this in a country twang. Hello, folks. I sure am glad you could join me today on the Drift and Ramble radio show. We sure is having fun, making a lot of noise and that joyful sound to come from your pickup truck's radio. I'll edit that out. Well, let's see. We started off that set with Holly Go and Junk Pile, followed it with Fit and the Conniptions with Les Sharp Purdue, and then Krestovsky with Silent Film. And we finished things up with Culla and The Lonely Spider. Kind of a crazy day here at Drift and Ramble, and we're doing a little Drift and Ramble radio show. Thanks for those of you who've stuck around. I know a couple of you have left scratching your heads going, what the heck is going on in there? But we will be back to our regular programming soon, and you can enjoy the next episode of Drift and Ramble, which will be all about Annie Oakley. And it's got an all-star cast. It's going to be great. I think you'll really enjoy it. So please don't disappear on us. We've got some great shows planned for Halloween. That should be a lot of fun.
Should've known
restless like a rolling stone. Some girls are mean with a cripple and pain. Some girls are happy in a ball and chain. My girl's fine, she don't drag me down. But mama don't take no messing around. She's a red hot motivator. She's sweet and tough. She like to shake that money maker. She's more than just. She's a red hot motivator. She's sweet and tough. She like to shake that money maker. She's more than just. Yeah, she's more than just. She's more than just. She's more than just. I'm more than just.
Me and my baby single file. Gonna walk about a country mile. Me and my baby side by side. She's a red hot mama, she's bona fide. Bona fide. The woman is bona fide. The woman is shy. Of bona fide, yeah. Took her down to the Tally Ho Tavern. Told her all about Carlsbad Cavern. She said, you and me, let's go, alright. I bought her a ticket that very night. Because she's bona fide. She bona fide. I swear, no, Lord, the woman is bona fide. Oh, oh, lo, lo, lo. She fixed my car, she cleaned my pad. Bought me a bottle of old Granddad. Made me a bowl of pork and beans. Sold me a pair of new blue jeans. Lord, she's bona fide. She's a bona fide. Woman is bona fide. Sure enough, bona fide. Bona fide. She left this morning on the 903. Don't know why, maybe it was me. I'm looking down that railroad track. I swear, good Lord, I'm gonna bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back. She's bona fide. She's a bona fide. The woman is bona fide. Sure enough, whoa, 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 bona fide.
All right, we finished up the third set with Mojo Monkeys and Bodacious, and then Sam Bennett with Bonafide, a couple of songs dedicated to Cheryl, my lovely bride, director, and assistant.
What about Muse?
Muse.
I always wanted to be somebody's muse.
Oh, well, okay. Muse. She's my muse. What does a muse do?
It inspires you to produce amazing art.
Oh. And is there a salary involved?
Apparently not.
Well, we went to a bad place there. Anyway, thanks for putting up with this weird mood today. We had fun bringing you this eclectic mix of music today, and hope you had fun listening. If you like what you're doing, if you like what you're doing, let us know. We don't care actually we could care less about you. If you like what we're doing, please let us know. Send us an email. You can email us at driftandramble@gmail.com. That's driftandramble@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter at Drift and Ramble. You can follow us on Facebook and like our page at facebook.com/driftandramble. And we'd love to hear from you there too. On patreon.com/driftandramble, you can see a full cast list as well as show notes and links to some of the resources that we cite. And you'll find a lot of good information there. You can donate to the show, support the show if you choose to do so. I'm not going to beg you for money, but I sure would appreciate it if you would. So, did I beg? Was I begging? A little bit? Anyway, so thanks. Our regular programming will begin shortly with the Annie Oakley episode. That episode drops in a couple of weeks, and I hope that you'll enjoy that. It includes an all-star cast of performers, including the folks from Rex Riveter Private Eye, one of the Fate Crafters network shows. This is an excellent show if you like 50s detective noir radio. It's an excellent show. It's well-written, well-produced. The voice actors are impeccable. And, that reminds me, we're talking about Fate Crafters Network. Fate Crafters has a whole slew of great shows that you can choose from, covering a whole bunch of different topics. So check out some of the Fate Crafters shows like Rex Riveter Private Eye, Theater of Tomorrow, which is incredible. Until we meet again, I'm Steve Blizin. See you on the next Drift and Ramble podcast. With a big smile. All right, let's get out of here. All right, too hot. It's too hot.